Hello, Chukwudi. Good morning and good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you, Claire. I'm happy to be here as well. It's a wet morning, characteristically, so to speak, if you remember time of year. Demo.
Yeah.
They say it's raining in Lagos now. When you were there, it was not very...
No, it wasn't raining. It was cold, but it was dry. But
I know.
I'm happy that it's raining now.
Yes.
It's just unfortunate that they have flash floods everywhere.
Exactly. And it's building all over the place, really.
It's the behavior. A lot of people, the way they clogged all these drainages and all
it's
that.
Part of it.
It's part of it anyway. I believe the state government is doing something about it right now.
Okay, so let's start with the leadership newspaper. I have the leadership. I have the hard copy here, so I'll just quickly take a look at it. It has a lot of stuff. Busy front page. You're not much. APC governors tell ADC and others is on page 4. But the lead story: oil workers want government refineries fixed before sale. Pengasson advocates NLNG model for privatization of PH, Warri and Kaduna plans. Abuja overtakes Lagos as Nigeria records $5.64 billion capital importation in first quarter. And another collapsed building kills mother and 5 children in Katsina. Insurers to recapitalize as Tinubu signs insurance reform bill into law. That's on page 25. Benue Assembly suspends 5 lawmakers for concealing report. It's on page 6. And revive United Nigeria Textiles. Emir Sanusi tells federal government. And Nigerian Anglicans cut ties with Church of Wales over gay archbishop election. That story is on page 8. And just to take you a little above the nameplate. All right, there are other stories there. I think this is reject Mark-led leadership. 2 ADC state chairmen tell INEC. And let me just stop at this point and look at what business is trending on the Business Nigeria. And Business Nigeria says Lagos, Abuja, 2 others secure $12.3 billion FDI in 2024. That's according to NBS. 32 states get zero foreign investment in 2024. Now that's serious. Abuja overtakes Lagos in FDI raise, grabs $5.6 billion investment. Zulum, Borno's 400-bed teaching hospital ready by September. And I think oil boom. Nigeria's output hits 1.8 million barrels daily, says NUPRC. I think this is good news coming in view of our benchmark. And okay, Demola.
Okay, I have the Guardian newspaper with me, and just below the nameplate, we have recapitalization looms as Tinubu signs insurance reform bill. 1.5 million children die of vaccine-preventable diseases yearly. And just beside that is Oluremi Tinubu donates 1 billion to Niger flood victims. Concerns over new customs levy. Weak import as car ownership turns luxury. Importers take advantage of additional charge of price gouging. Details of that headline story, it's on page 6. Investors raise stake in Nigeria with 5.6 billion capital inflows in QI. Then we have the ADC leadership crisis deepens as INEC chairman withhold backing. Well, Chooks, is over to you now.
Yes, concerns over new customs levy, weak import as car ownership turns luxury. And of course, they're saying that importers are taking advantage of the situation to engage in price gouging, just as we talked about yesterday concerning the Abuja landlord that seems to be pushing it all to where God lives. We have seen he's up there. They will price themselves out of their market. People are no longer even, people can't afford even those second-hand cars from Cotonou and the rest of it. Some of it come from Nigeria as well. They can't. And you are pushing up prices. No, it's not going to work out.
But that's why government needs to really do something about our transportation system in this country.
Yes.
Because if there are alternatives...
Give us alternatives.
Yes.
And these people would be forced...
road, rail,
Thank
and they're
you,
working
Demola.
simultaneously.
That's the ultimate.
That is the solution to the problem.
That's the ultimate. There's one that interests me here, closely linked to economy. They are saying that Abuja has overtaken Lagos in quarter one of a National Bureau of Statistics report in terms of the FDI it attracted in quarter one. And you say, how could that be? Lagos being overtaken by Abuja. You know, initially Abuja, I think, was conceived as one huge bureaucratic metropolis. It wasn't really a business destination.
But it's changing now.
It's changing. That's where I'm going. And I find it
It's
interesting.
changing. Yeah, it's
That's
changing.
why the statistics is revealing.
Yes.
It's
And a
changing.
lot is happening in terms of business, environment. You talk about there are a lot of things that are aiding, this development. You talk about, safety concerns. A lot more investors feel, Abuja is quite safe. The infrastructure is excellent.
Yes.
You can also count on, some
federal government presence
good
is here,
supply.
actually.
Federal government presence is surely
Yes.
a top contender,
Yeah,
given the nature of our
So
economy
you
now.
have to
I was actually talking
consider
about good
that.
supply of electricity. I mean, compared to the states that we're talking about. So coupled with
electricity is a bit like a bit constant in Lagos.
no, just
now.
so that
It has
I'm
really
I'm just giving you the data that could have helped to
Influenced,
push things. So
favor
and
of
again, you
Abuja.
talk about the federal government's presence, which is capping the whole. Which everybody wants to be where.
That tells you it is still a developing economy. It's not the presence of federal government in Washington D.C. that no, it's not. So it's not a very good song about Africa, but that is what it is at the moment. So you've explained it expertly.
And the margin, the FCT led as the top destination, pulling in $3.04 billion, or 54.11% of total inflows, overtaking Lagos, which followed with 2.56 billion, or 45.44%. So it's not the margin.
The margin is something that is rather eye-opening.
Exactly.
I like it. You see, a situation where you have Kano, Lagos, Port Harcourt, after that you can't count any other. It's not it.
At least Abuja.
Technology has changed the face of business, and it's going to keep changing. Some people say that those of you in Abuja don't make more money than those of them in the States anymore. Wherever you are now, you sell whatever you put out as your wares.
But Lagos is not also resting on its oars, because yesterday we had the Lamata, boss, speak to us about the two reform models of bus, mobility.
Let's not even go there, because Lagos will remain my model any day, any time. Lagos is always a pathfinder, but I like the new face of business.
Let's look at
another
this,
interesting thing.
this issue of 1.5 million children die of vaccine-preventable diseases.
Yes.
I wanted us, Demola, I wanted us to finish the business aspects before we talk, if you don't mind, please.
Go ahead. He's a good man.
No.
He's given you permission through me.
I needed that permission to go ahead.
Let's go ahead.
The oil boom, we are, gradually meeting up our target.
Did you mention something like 1.8 there?
Yes, 1.8 million barrels. And if you know the benchmark was 2 million barrels.
Journalists don't like to sound like sycophants. But the truth is that at the macro level, this government is doing certain things. but it has not quite percolated into more earnings for the ordinary person. So we don't seem to appreciate those things.
I thought you would have linked it with the oil workers issue you wanted to raise.
Okay.
You know, wanting the refineries fixed
before sale.
Okay, since you have created a nexus yourself, let's go there. What I find interesting is that the oil workers are no longer saying, you can't sell it. We won't let you sell it. The song is changing. They are singing a new song now. For instance, some of us ask all this while that the Nigerian refineries don't work. You mean you have been paying these people? That's a big question mark. The Chinese, you say, some say they are socialists, some say they have a communist, whatever, welfare system and all that. Do you know that they operate what, was it Henry Kissinger, called a harsh form of capitalism? They say in China, if a business is ailing and doesn't look like it can be revived, they let it die. That's how the Chinese are. No sentiment. And that's partly why they're doing well. So I am happy they have now allowed for we could possibly sell. Let's see where that takes us, please.
All right.
Okay, Demola, we cannot talk about, yes.
Can I talk about 1.5 million children that
Yes. Thank you.
vaccine preventable diseases?
Yes. An NGO leader was talking there, a lady, about what I want to concentrate on is this. Is it that it is an indication that our self-help is at a low ebb? Is it because USAID is now in troubled waters, you know? Because the United States is no longer ready to give you all those donations and all that. So what do? Look inwards. How many killer diseases we
7.
No, 5 or 6. Diphtheria, whooping cough.
Yes, I think it's about 7 killer diseases.
7?
Childhood killer diseases.
Childhood killer.
No, she should know better. She's a
know.
woman.
I thought it was 5 or 6. Anyhow, what it means is that they are going to stage a comeback if we do not up the game in terms of what money goes into funding this very important sector. A child is a gift from God. We should do all we can to welcome them in a healthy manner into the world.
All right, I think I don't know if we should discuss this, but what do you think it's telling us? Nigerian Anglicans cut ties with Church of Wales over gay Archbishop election. When
I think it was under Goodluck Jonathan that we said no to gay whatever. What the Americans were trying to foist on us. I say something about us. When I hear Africans make noise about land, where I live, I am this, I am that, I warn them. I say, no patch of African soil is no man's land. That is built into our chemistry. So be careful how you behave wherever you are. That's within our culture. The same thing goes for what you have just mentioned. Gay people we will never accept. It is built into how we think. It's not that we are not aware that there are gay people within but they tell you, it's something where they make person shame and hide and they hide them.
Well, Chooks, I think talking is built into your system. And that of she's wired, so I'm just
pack now.
So just pack your load.
I'm not going to shop. I don't still can't get sense, So you'd say I should leave.
So we've had enough of you for this morning. So we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
All right. So we'll take a break now. When we come back, we now kickstart our conversation on the CNG retrofitting in guidelines in Nigeria.